when you say, I have $10 and I want to make $100 out of it, you look for tactics. You look for things that other people have done. You try to deploy your money in those places, like playing the stock market. It's not really any different, that behavior, right? But it can't always play out that way, because the things that we know work, we may just not know how to articulate how they work. I think that's really kind of getting to what you're talking about. And I think it's always funny, because if I go into pretty much any company, if I were to say, hey, it's about relationships, we need to, ask for referrals, we need to create content that supports relationships, we need to do these type of things, you're going to get a lot of pushback, because they are in their mind thinking ROI. How do I get a return on my investment? But if I ask them, tell me where you got your last 10 clients, 8 of them are going to come from relationships, right? And they won't know how they got to the point of getting the referral or whatever. Maybe they can't track that kind of quote unquote darker funnel, but that's just because they don't have that mechanism in place, or more of that mechanism in place. You may not have the whole thing ever, but I think it's funny because business leaders won't invest in something that is already working. But you have to expose that truth for them.
Yeah, I think where I want to take this is, that's a common refrain. We're going to hear, what's the ROI on your activity? And I think there's different answers for that. I would steal man the case, but what I'm kind of saying is, you don't need to worry about that. Actually, what you need to worry about is maybe getting that leadership alignment and buy-in into those relationship activities. So the number one thing we're going to do for our clients is make sure leadership is involved in the relationship spaces. So what do we run? We run podcasts for our clients, right? The founders on that, the CEOs on that, sales leaders on these podcasts, they're going to participate in the relationship building.
It is.
And then once they do that, and we start to do these activities, like you and I are building a relationship right now as we're talking to each other.
That's right.
They're there. I don't even have to pull the qualitative data. I don't have to make all these slide shows and whatnot to show it. It's just they get to experience it. And that's what we already know is, again, professional services. This is a great niche for changing this mindset to building relationships at scale, because your whole business is built on relationships, right? There's no out of the box, out of the shelf product that you can sell someone, right? You have to build a relationship, build a customized quote. You have to figure out what value you can provide them now. There's not an easy, straightforward way to track that, right? Each relationship is going to be different. And that's why I'm, again, just stressing, change the mindset. You'll do different things. You'll measure different things. You'll get different kind of buy-in and alignment, make it different questions, right? So I'll kind of pause there and see where we want to take that.